Namaskar, my name is Dr. Virag Sontakke. I am an assistant professor in the Department of AISC and Archaeology, Banaras Hindu University. Here, I am presenting some paper on subject An Introduction to Field Archaeology, Methods and Practice. It's a module 1, Definition, Aim and Scope of Archaeology, and lecture 2 on the topic of archaeology and its relation with other disciplines. So, the archaeology is a interdisciplinary subject. It cannot be exist in isolation. To reconstruct and comprehend past human life, the archaeology seek assistance from various other disciplines and subjects. The vast collaboration help archaeologists to interpret material remains found in archaeological excavation more accurately and holistically. It also helps to integrate theories, techniques and perspective to deliver holistic understanding of human past. This transdisciplinary method offers a broader and more accurate understanding of the human past. There are various subjects which are helpful in archaeology, known as a subdiscipline, and they are related from the various main subject categories. From earth science, subjects like geology, lithology, paleontology, petrology, geography are very much helpful in archaeology to reconstruct or to get ideas about the past. In physical science or natural science, the archaeologists get help from the physics and the chemistry. From biological science, botany and zoology are vital to understand the human relationship with plant and animals. Archaeoastronomy is a new subject to understand the celestial features of the past human society. Anthropology is a very important subject, and there is a various other part subjects of this anthropology known as a biological or physical anthropology, social anthropology and linguistic anthropology are equally helpful to understand the past human societies. History like art history, medieval history, modern history is also equally important to understand the archaeological past references. Apart from this, the archaeology also get help from the linguistics, sociology, computer science, mathematics and statistics and several other disciplines to get as much as information about the human past. So, we need to describe each the aspect very deeply here. Start with the geology. So, geology, it's very vital subject in the field of archaeology. It provides the stratigraphy and the chronology. The stratigraphy is based upon the geology, is the law of superimposition. That means the top layer are the newer and the lower layers are the older. And to get the cultural sequence, one can understand the lower levels are the earth belongs to the early period and the upper level are the later period. So this is very important aspect which is borrowed from the geology, and the geology is very much significant in archaeology in role of it provide the chronological sequence through the layers and the stratigraphy. It supports the relative chronology of the site and the through the material culture. It can be helpful in source of identification and material analysis where the particular item has been borrowed or prepared or made, and it is very much helpful to understand the ancient environment and human adaptation at any site at any particular period or the culture. Another area of geology is a petrology. This field concentrates on the classification of the rock types. This is particularly helpful in the prehistoric period where the man was completely reliant upon the rocks. So, which kind of rock he has chosen shows his technological enhancement. For example, in India, quartzite was particularly used in the lower Paleolithic to the middle and upper Paleolithic. So this tool has its own specification that indicate the man was very much experienced, and he was understood that this tool could be very much strong and helpful for his hunting activity. And this can be, apart from the quartzite, there are other semi-precious stone was also used in microliths, and the stone was not found all over the places. So if the stone found at one particular site which was non-local can be identified through the petrological studies, shows that the human interconnection or exchange between the human societies of the past cultures. The paleontology is a study of fossils. It's very much helpful in prehistoric and Pleistocene period. The various animals, also human, provide the very informative data about the ancient past. For example, skull, it provided information about its shape, and particularly the cranial capacity of human being. The DNA is also being extracted from the bones, that can be very much helpful to the evolution of biological aspect and to get the geological development. In this paleontology, one example can be quoted here, that is the Villafranca fauna, which is the very index fossil found in Pleistocene period particularly. This fauna consists the horse, cattle, elephant and the camel. So this particular fauna were found, and if the human being or the human remains has been found along with this data, one can identify that this was belong to this particular period. So this also helpful in the chronological setup with the help of paleontology. Apart from this, it's also helpful in human evolution, environmental conditions of the particular period, particular subject, the dating and chronology of particular area or era, the human adaptation in the landscape and the environment, and the relationship between man and animal. The geography is another branch of our science, which shows the man with relationship with the particular region. So the ancient sites are situated in a particular region. The particular area was very much vital. Could be vital for mineral resources, water resources, agricultural land. So the particular location of the site can be obtained from the geography, and which helpful to understand how man was rely upon the particular area and what kind of favorable or unfavorable conditions was there. So the geography helped archaeology to understand the site location and the area of preference. What we learn from the archaeological studies, that the most of the sites are situated on the bank of the rivers, either perennial or non-perennial. This indicates the water was the main source throughout the period, and this through geography, which also helped to point out the such sites. It also helps us to understand the man-region relationship and the landscape pattern. It shows the mode of adaptation. Either man has changed in landscape or he was completely rely upon the natural resources. It can be obtained from the geographical studies. And except that, it's very much helpful to understand the particular settlements that engage in trade or trade related activities. For example, several Harappan sites are situated on the coastal area, was active in the maritime activity. That shows that there were nature of sites, and this can be obtained, or geography can be helpful to understand or identify this site. Apart from earth science, the physical science is equally helpful in archaeological subject. Like physics is very important for dating. So method of dating like radiocarbon, thermoluminescence, potassium argon, thorium, uranium are the key to understand any site which is completely rely on the physics. Apart from this, we are also having the remote sensing like a ground penetrating radar, and magnetometry is also the key topic of physics, which is help in archaeologists to understand the site and to locate the hidden structure. It also helpful in conservation and preservation of archaeological artifacts, sites and various other material. The chemistry is also the branch of physical science, and chemistry is equally vital to understand the age of artifacts and dating. Dating like radiocarbon dating, dendrochronology can be very much helpful to get the exact nature and exact date of the site. The chemical composition can be very much vital to get the exact source of raw material, from where this source was obtained, where if suppose the pottery was done, from where the soil was carried out. So such kind of composition can be carried out through the chemical studies. Then the electronics is also giving us a quite handful data about the archaeological exploration particularly. The subject like ground penetrating radar known as a GPR and magnetometers are a key topic of electronics, and which are very much helpful for us to identify any structure without excavation which is hide inside the any archaeological setup. Then anthropology is a very broader subject, is having various branches, and particularly study of humans, and it studies various aspects of human beings. It studies the biological, cultural or physical aspect of human society, human evolution, and that focus upon the study of cultures in different time period. The significance of anthropology is very much helpful for archaeology to understand, interpret the social and cultural aspect of any culture. The ritual and customs, beliefs are get the data from the modern tribal people, which is the very important source of reconstruction of archaeology through the anthropology. So two main area of anthropology are very much helpful in archaeology, is a physical anthropology and the cultural anthropology. So the physical anthropology is helpful in the prehistoric period particularly. It studies the evolution of human beings, and it shows the biological adaptation over the different time and period. The forensic reconstruction is also giving us a new insight about the facial features and the other concern about the human being, and it also deals with the primates, prehistoric period, and the human behavior, and whole the concept of prehistory. Then cultural anthropology is different than physical anthropology, and is helpful to get the understanding or interpretation of material culture. So through the study of modern tribal people or modern ethnic people, the archaeologists can get the hints of how this particular artifacts or particular site or particular feature could have been used. So this ethnographic parallels which was constructed by culture anthropology is very much helpful to reconstruction of the past. Not only the material culture, but the how man was rely upon the nature, on the natural landscape, what was his food preferences, work habits, gender role upon the society can also be retrieved from the help of culture anthropology, and this area is very helpful in understanding the belief and culture of people where no written record has been found, and the culture and belief are still very much alive on the tribal people, and through their cultural beliefs we can get the idea how the ancient people could have been acted in this process. Ethnography is again the branch of anthropology, and is observing the behavior and of the ancient people. It's a very vital subject. It's involved the social interaction and interviews with the people, the observation with the people, the modern people who are ethnic groups or the tribal affinity. So this ethnography helps us to function and usage of any material culture. How the pottery or the particular shape of pottery is used or was used by the people can be retrieved from the modern day people who are using such kind of pottery. It can be also help in the reconstruction of tradition or beliefs of custom or the social organization, how the society was evolved or the developed, how the role of the father or the mother are there in the society or in the house can be rely upon the ethnoarchaeology. And the botany is again very much important area of studies, and the botany is basically giving us the agricultural practice, the plant and the environmental relationship of human in any particular site. This shows the human diet and his agricultural pattern. While he was eating rice or eating barley can be obtained from the paleobotanical studies. It also helps the environmental reconstruction where the Indian jujube or dates has been found, shows that the particular temperature could have been managed to evolve such kind of plants. It also shows the crop management, or the single crop management or the double crop management was there. The domestication studies of plant can also be retrieved from the botanical studies. The zoology is also very much important, and the zoology is animal studies, shows the different animal species and the preferred animal species hunted by the people throughout the period, and which animal was much preferred or more preferred can be retrieved from the study of zoology. We know that the cattle and the sheep was the most preferred animal consumed by human throughout the period, and shows that because their bones are found in a large number. So apart from the eating habit, so the economy was also can be retrieved from them. So animals were also used in transportation, herding, dietary objects, and all can be very much important to understand the ancient human societies. Astronomy is known as archaeoastronomy and shows the site orientation or the particular monument orientation, how this monument was done, or it has belongs to some kind of celestial pattern, or the eclipse was having any role into it. So it's a very important aspect of archaeology. Again, the computer science is known as a digital archaeology, and is helping in various different ways to in archaeology to understand the ancient past. So the survey method or the non-invasive techniques to detect the subsurface feature is a vital part of computer science, and the new technology like a LiDAR, 3D point or 3D model subject are the key beneficiary coming from the computer science. And modern artificial intelligence is equally helpful to understand the ancient past, and therefore the computer science is a very important subject to a very important discipline to help archaeology to understand the ancient past. And the mathematics and statistics is also giving us a quite vital information to understand the quantitative as well as qualitative analysis of data. It helps archaeologists to map the site, measurement of the excavated area and positioning of the artifact. It also helpful in applied to count, weight, giving the exact number, exact size and perfection of the site, and it's also helping in the dating accuracy. So this study is also very much significant role in archaeology. So in conclusion, what we see, the various subjects, right from what mentioned earlier, various subjects contribute to the reconstruction of humanity and its culture over the time. Archaeology, no single discipline on its own can answer all the questions related to the humanity. Each discipline focuses on specific methods, periods, materials or thematic aspect of study the past of human society. And this all sub-disciplines contribute different perspective and specialized techniques, enabling a comprehensive understanding of archaeological context. Therefore, an archaeologist is related to all those disciplines to reconstruct the exact nature of ancient past throughout different time and space. So this is the end of my presentation. Thank you.